Welcome back to the Pint-Sized Biker. Today I'm going to talk about something quite critical in the kind of retro motorcycle scene, and that is goggles, open face crash helmet, and glasses. Now I've always found it really difficult with glasses to be able to combine all that together, and it was always really frustrating because goggles look so cool. So why would you not want to wear goggles and open face helmet? And the freedom you get from an open face, the fresh air, brilliant. Obviously drawbacks, a little bit with safety. I'm not going to get into that today because that's personal choice. Might get into that at another point if I review my new helmet. But back to the goggles. I once had a Premier open face helmet, which was a Phil Reed replica that had been bought for me for my 30th, but no, a lot longer than that. About 25th birthday. It's a long time ago. Anyway, I then ordered some goggles for it, which looked very similar to these goggles, but they're much more expensive. They're from a French company. I'll find out who they are and put them on the bottom of the screen because they were brilliant quality goggles, but they just didn't work with the Premier helmet that I had. So basically, I just gave up on it. Then put the open face away and just never really used it. And sold it in the end. But before the holiday to Greece, where I hired the Royal Enfield 350, I was like, they're going to give me an open face helmet. I'm going to need goggles, otherwise the eyes are going to water when riding. Especially, I've always found this, if I just wear glasses, A, you're not got the protection with goggles. And I just find if you go anything over 60 miles an hour, my eyes just run and it's just no fun at all. So I thought, okay, I ordered a few pairs of different goggles online to see where I would get on. And I didn't want to spend crazy money because I knew what happened previously. One pair I bought, sent straight back because the glasses just didn't fit underneath and they just didn't look particularly good quality. And then I got this pair, £10 on Amazon. I thought it was worth a punt, what you got to lose. And these are exactly the same shape and size as the ones that I had previously, which were much better quality, much more expensive in terms of like the build quality of the goggles. And at the same time, I ordered this crash helmet, which I think you could say is pretty cool, neat looking retro helmet, and I will review that at some other time. And I found actually it worked. And then I took the goggles with me on holiday, and it fitted with the helmet that they gave me with the bike. And as I've obviously ridden recently with it, I've worked out what you need to do to make sure you can actually make this work. So it's a combination of things. So everything's a slight perhaps compromise potentially, but it's worth knowing where I went wrong before and where I've gone right now. So the first thing to be aware of is the gap along here. And I can back this up because my father-in-law has had exactly the same problem recently with goggles, but not with ones for glasses, just goggles with a Premier helmet. The gap along here on this one is a little bit wider than what it was with my Premier. I don't have my Premier to measure anymore, but from there to there is 16 centimetres. And that allows it, so when the goggles are down, for it to fit in the gap. And I'll put the helmet on in a minute just to prove this. So that's the first thing. Second thing is obviously goggles that are designed for glasses, which these are. And the final thing, probably actually the most critical, is your actual glasses. So these are very, very thin glasses. So the lens of the goggles fit over it just right, and the frame just doesn't get in the way. It just falls quite nicely. Put all those three things together, you can make it happen. So let's put on the helmet. So first thing first, put on the glasses. And this helmet has actual grooves for the glasses. So, and then you want to pull down the goggles over the top. For the sake of this video, I've taken off, just to make it easier, the peak, but it works with the peak fine. And then you want to get the goggles over the glasses. And as you can see here and here, the kind of what you call, it's not leather, but that leather effect soft piece around the edge of the goggles fits just nicely on the edge of the edge of the helmet where the foam is. And it first when you put it on, you think, oh, that might be a little bit loose, but actually it's not. Once you move and you've got the wind in your face, it doesn't move at all, and actually the sight out of it is really fine. and my glasses are not getting in the way at all. It's not like I can see a little bit of the frame in the centre or anything like that. It's really, really good. And on the holiday in Greece, which was a different helmet, and with this helmet, I'm able to ride with my glasses, no issues whatsoever, and it just costs me £10 for the goggles. I am finding with these goggles, I can kind of see already that where they are cheaper goggles, they are starting to come apart. No, well, not come apart actually. Just I can feel that edge piece will come off at some point, and the strap a couple of times, user error, over tightened the strap. I went to pull them down over the peak, and it kind of popped out. But you can just push it back in. But if I recall rightly, on the ones that were expensive that I had, it had a much better strap on the edge. So now I know that works, I will probably order like what I had before, which I hadn't sold them. And yeah, and it's, I should have done this years ago. I should have spent a bit more time looking into other helmets, but you just don't do. I just put it to one side and forgot about it. But I'm really enjoying riding with an open face crash helmet again. And it's this time of year, it's been really hot so far this spring and summer. It's been a revelation, and it's great when, if someone like me is doing a lot of filming, when you're on and off the bike, you get so hot quickly. And having the open face helmet, not having to take the helmet off every time to go and edit fiddle about with the camera and everything, it's an absolute godsend. So, yeah, that's how you do it. If you want a review of this crash helmet, so it's an Origin, can't remember the model number, but open face, one of their retro ones. Oh, and the other important thing, totally forgot, but very important, and the Premier one didn't have this buckle at the back. Absolute must if you're going to wear goggles. Without it, you will lose your goggles, because the wind will. You'll put them on top of your helmet at a junction, and you'll ride along. You know, you might go down a dual carriageway or something, and you wind up 60 mile an hour, and it will just go. And it's happened to me already once. And if that's there, yeah, it flaps about, but it's annoying, obviously. But you're not chucking down the road your goggles. Hopefully that's been helpful. As I say, yeah, I'll review this at some point. If it has, give the channel a like and subscribe. We are at the point of filming this, coming close to 2,000 followers and subscribers, which is really amazing, and I appreciate it so much. So if this has been useful, if you could do the same, it would really help me out. And I will see you on the next one. Ride safe.